kind of tears me up, man, when I see this shit. When I see just someone who's so fake. I'm never like this guy. Never liked this guy. Here we go. If you haven't seen this one yet, lefty comedian Patton Oswalt. Here we go. Apologizes for praising genius, in his own words, Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is a genius. One of the funniest guys to ever live. It's up there with George Carlin. You know, a lot of modern day comedians wouldn't really be allowed to work today, I don't believe, including like George Carlin, or like they're trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. You know, you got other people, you know, like Sam Kinison back in the day, Andrew Dice Clay. A lot of comedians back in the day probably wouldn't. They'd be getting canceled, just like Dave Chappelle is. They're trying to cancel this guy. It's funny because the audience isn't trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. Only companies are. And the same companies trying to cancel him are the same companies making the most money from him. Netflix. But yeah, this says liberal comedian and actor Patton Oswalt. Well, hardly a liberal comedian. That's a completely different thing than a comedian. A liberal comedian is 100% different than a comedian. A liberal comedian will basically not, they'll pander. They're going to pander to you. They're probably not going to say anything that is going to make you think, and they're probably not funny, which is the most important thing when you're a comedian. Hannah Gadsby. I mean, just throw that in the dumpster. Like, please, just like, can we just forget about Hannah Gadsby for the rest of time? That horrendous monster of shit that calls themselves a comedian, whatever they are. Can we just forget about them? Just like Patton Oswalt here. It says liberal comedian. I wanted to make that clear. He's a liberal comedian, which isn't a real comedian. And actor, which I'd hardly call him an actor. He did the voice for fucking the rat in Ratatouille. And fuck Ratatouille. That movie fucking sucked. I saw it when I was young, and I was like, this movie's dumb as shit. But there's a rat in a dude's hat, and he's pulling his hair, making him cook food. Fuck off. I'm a kid, and I'm still smart enough to know this is bullshit. Fuck Ratatouille. And by the way, why was Patton Oswalt playing the character of a rat that pulls kids' hair? This Illuminate confirmed. Well, I wouldn't say Illuminate confirmed, but I got some information to pull up on him in a minute. But I'm just saying, like, is that analogy for puppeteering, or is it what is it? What is it? Ratatouille sucked though. Fuck that movie. Fuck Patton Oswalt. He shouldn't have been in King of Queens. Ruined that shit. And he said Patton Oswalt penned a lengthy apology to fans after posting photos of himself with colleague Dave Chappelle, which he calls him his colleague. Dave was just very nice to take the photo, and I'm very upset with Dave for taking the photo with this little goblin here, who's been attacked by the cancel Dave Chappelle, who's been attacked by the cancel culture over his unfiltered brand of comedy. That's what comedy is. It's unfiltered. It's raw. It's you make fun of everyone. No one's left out. But as soon as you get triggered, all of a sudden, oh no, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare talk about anyone. You're such a bigot. You racist, sexist, homophobe. Fuck you. There cannot be any laughter in this world. So here we go. Here's the picture. Here's a picture of Dave Chappelle and Goblin Oswalt. Holy fuck, man! What the? First of all, Dave looks good here. You know, that's a good picture. What the fuck is his face? What is this little goblin dude? What did he have I mean, nothing against anyone who has had a stroke, but this guy looks like he had a stroke like 2 seconds before the picture happened. Or he kind of just looks like a lesbian, like an elderly lesbian. And Dave was nice enough to take a picture with this thing. Fuck Patton Oswalt, dude. Fuck his fucking shirt. Fuck his face. The dude, oh my gosh. And if you're wondering, you're saying, hey, Hoff, you're being too hard on the guy. You're being too hard on the guy. No, I'm not. I'll tell you why. He goes, this is his Instagram post. Finished me set. Finished me set. Finished me set. Look, he looks like a little fucking leprechaun or some shit. Finished me set at the Mika wall and got a text from Dave Chappelle. Wow, what a nice guy, Dave Chappelle. What a nice guy to text this lowly creature over here, Patton Oswalt. Come over to the arena. He's performing in next door and do a guest set. Why not? He took the offer. Dave Chappelle was nice enough to invite this little piece of shit over to do a guest set. He was nice enough. He was next door. Apparently they know each other. He waved goodbye to this hell year. He said, Patton says, I waved goodbye to this hell year with a genius I started comedy with 34 years ago. He works in an arena like he's talking to one person and charming their skin off. Anyway, I ended the year with a real friend and a deep laugh. Can't ask for much more. And there you see the real. I feel like that's the real, maybe not. Maybe that's how he really feels. And I hope so. I hope that's the way you really feel, Patton. I hope there's something good inside you that you really do love Dave Chappelle and you were gracious to go do a guest set that he invited you to. And call him a genius and basically suck his dick off in this post because that's the only thing you can do in order to get work, allegedly. Who knows the age of the... I'm not going to go that far. Allegedly. So that's what that says. And then we get to the bad part, everyone. This right here. Patton Oswalt. How much shittier of a person could you really be, bud? If you're wondering why I was giving him such a hard time, this is why. Look at him sitting there with his hand on his chin. He's writing this letter out because he's so concerned. He's so upset with all the people, all of his fan base, his SJW fucking fan base, that he is disappointed by taking a picture with Dave Chappelle. And he's got to, not only does he suck the dick of one side, he'll get on his knees and suck the dick of the other side as well. So he can play both sides because his career is not strong enough like Dave Chappelle's to where he doesn't have to suck no dick. Because that's the kind of cuck this motherfucker is right here. He'll apologize and suck the dick of everyone because he's not funny enough or talented enough to stand on his own 2 feet. And you see this groveling, pathetic, old, fat piece of shit right here trying to look like he's being like insightful. And by the way, before this picture was taken, he said to his producer agent, hey, could you take a picture of me looking like I'm really being heartfelt about this apology to the people that I pandered to because I felt bad about taking a picture with a friend of mine because we don't agree on things and I hate him underneath for it, but I will still be fake to him and suck his dick in order to get a guest spot on his show that he invited me to? Fuck this guy, dude. Go to hell, Patton Oswalt, you ratatouille piece of fucking shit. Look at him sitting there. We haven't even gotten to the worst part yet. Let's read what he fucking said. Let's read this bullshit. He goes, Patton Goblin Oswalt goes, I saw a friend I hadn't seen in a long time this New Year's Eve. This is after the post I just read you, by the way, where he was sucking Dave Chappelle's dick because he gave him a guest set. This is after that. Once he got all the backlash from his SJW fucking woke ass bitch motherfuckers who came at him on Twitter or Instagram because that's all he gives a shit about. He's a fucking cuck. He's got no backbone. He's not a friend to anyone, especially Dave Chappelle. He says, I saw a friend Bullshit. I hadn't seen in a long time this New Year's Eve. We've known each other since we were teens. He's a fellow comedian. You're not a comedian, Patton. You're a liberal comedian, which is not a comedian. We established that. He says he's a fellow comedian, the funniest I've ever met. I wanted to post a pic on an Instagram story about it, so I did. The friend is Dave Chappelle. Way to name drop, bitch. 34 years we've been friends. Well, you consider that. I don't know if Dave does. He was nice enough to invite you over because you're next door. He said he's refocused and refined ideas a lot of us took as settled about race and history and life on planet Earth and spun them around with a phrase or punchline. We've done bad and good gigs, open mics. I don't like how he spelled mics. That's not correct. And TV tapings. But we also 100% disagree about transgender rights and representation. I support trans people's rights, anyone's rights to live safely in the world as their fullest selves. Now, me personally, this is Hoff speaking here. Dave Chappelle has never come across or never said that he does not support or agree or hate trans people. He's made his own opinions about things. But if you didn't watch like that special he did where he was talking about, I don't even know if it was I think it was in that special where he was talking about the trans person that came to his shows because he made fun of everyone, so they felt included in his shows. And that's the difference is like between the woke crowd and real people in this world that know good from bad is that you can laugh at yourself, and not take offense to anything. And the people who are getting really upset have been told that they're supposed to get upset by people like this cuck Patton Oswalt, who bends the knee so far that he can suck any dick that gets him his next show. So let's continue. For all the things he's helped me evolve on, this is Patton Oswalt talking, I'll always disagree with where he stands now on transgender issues. Well, I hate to tell you, buddy, but he's right and you're wrong. But I also don't believe a seeker like him is done evolving, learning. Someone that long see the struggles and changes, it's impossible to cut them off. Of course, because he's your foot in the door. He's your foot in the door. That's why you don't want to cut him off. Impossible to not be hopeful and open to cheer them on. Oh, fuck you taking the fucking high road like you're better than everyone else. Fuck off, Patton. Also, I've been carrying a lot of guilt about friends I've cut off. This is what they do. This is what the fucking SJW woke crowd does, is they cut off people that don't agree with them, and they say, fuck you, you're a bigot, racist, sexist motherfucker, and we're not ever going to be friends again, and we can never connect with each other. And they're going to lie about all that shit. Just like this guy here, this goblin. Sometimes I wonder, did I and others cutting them off make them dig their heels in deeper? Fuel their ignorance with a nitro boost of resentment and spite? Oh my gosh. This is hard to read. I haven't read it out loud. It's hard to read out loud, let alone like this crazy guy sitting here fucking writing this shit out with a producer filming him. I am an LGBTQ ally. I'm a loyal friend. By the way, I got nothing wrong. I got no problem against trans people or LGBTQ or anything like that. If you're an adult and you want to live your life however you want to do, go ahead. I got no problem with that. Do whatever you want to do. Don't try to indoctrinate kids. I'm highly against that. Highly against that. But if you're an adult, but being this kind of pandering bitch to this kind of this woke society that makes you get on your knees to praise them and worship them, yeah, you're not doing yourself any favors, and that's why you end up in this situation looking like a fucking bitch. Patton says, there's friction in those traits that I need to reconcile myself and not let cause feels of betrayal in anyone else. And I'm sorry, truly sorry, that I didn't consider the hurt this would cause. Oh my gosh, he's literally apologizing for taking a picture with Dave Chappelle. How would you feel if you were Dave Chappelle and you were in that picture and you took a picture with someone you considered a friend, and then they go on social media and post in front of the world, I'm sorry that I took a picture with him because I don't agree with him, but I'm going to bend the knee to all you cucks. He says, I've been messaging a lot on Instagram today. I'm sure you have. That's what bitches do. And the back and forth has really helped guide me in the writing of this. I naively deleted a lot of posts in the comment thread. I'm sure you did delete a lot of posts. That's what people like you do. Because you are wrong and you know you're wrong. You find out you're wrong. And there's something in your head. A lot of these people, they know they're wrong in their head. They can't quite figure out why. It's like on the tip of their tongue. But they hate the thought of trying to reason with why they are wrong. They hate trying to find out who they are. And that's why they get led astray by a lot of this shit. Like people like this cuck from Ratatouille. He goes, I wanted a nice comment thread about a pic with my friend. Ugh, so easy to think about someone else needs growth and miss the need in yourself. Gonna keep trying. Holy hell, this guy is like on such a fucking high hill. Fuck him. Fuck this posed ass picture right here. Fuck his goblin ass face. Fuck Patton Oswalt. Fuck Ratatouille. This guy, dude, I hope he never. I mean, he's gonna get all the business and all the work in the world because he literally like will suck the dick of anyone if it gets him some work and a job because he's not talented enough to stand on his own. But when you go this low to insult, by the way, Dave Chappelle's black. Does he not care about black people? That, like, you only care about black people? Black lives only matter whenever they agree with your dumb fucking narrative that's been pushed on you because you're brainwashed? But if he's black and he don't agree with you, oh, well, fuck him? You're not... That's how woke you are? How accepting you are? How tolerant you are? Dude, he's such a piece of shit. Just, wow. Like... I mean, he told you he was a rat. He told you he was a rat.